Welcome to 44 on the Town. Entertainment news, what's trending, and much more.
Hi, I'm Veronica. We're so glad you could join us here on 44 on the Town. Later on, we're going to check on what's trending with Tara. But first, it's time for Entertainment Now with TM Powell, sponsored by Emerald City Comics. And before we begin, TM is not only forcing me to call him Star-Lord on the show today, but he's also forcing me to play this clip to gloat. Let's roll it.
I've said all along, people have made fun of this movie and were like, what is Marvel thinking? This is crazy. Why are they doing this? This movie will be a surprise hit in August. I'm telling you right now.
Yes, TM did predict a raccoon and tree would tear up the box office this summer, but the real question is, does Guardians of the Galaxy work as a film? TM and I spoke a little bit before the show, and I'm guessing the answer is yes.
Yeah!
I know! You've been such a fanboy all day today.
Well, yeah, I have been. And what I've said all along is after this, no one's going to be saying, who are these guys anymore after this weekend. It was great. It was awesome. It was everything what I thought it would be and more. It really did still surprise me. I'd been a big proponent of this movie where everyone laughed at me.
I know. Well, for months and months, that's all you've talked about, really.
I said, keep an eye on this movie in August. It's going to be something special. It's going to be something special. Marvel and Disney just don't throw anything out there like DC and Warner Brothers does. I'm sorry, that's the truth. That's what DC and Warner Brothers does, and even Sony with Spider-Man. And that 4 we talked about earlier, we showed the clip. A lot of my movies I hit on. I even said The Amazing Spider-Man. You know, it would be a box office hit by numbers, but if you looked at it, no one would really like it. But I said, keep an eye on this one. I think people are really going to get it, and they have. It's funny. It's like a big sci-fi epic. It's got heart, and plus it has a tree and a raccoon in it. I mean, that's the biggest thing about it. And what I said, too, about, you know, Groot and Rocket is that Bradley Cooper, I mean, this guy's back-to-back Academy Award nominee. His managers, his agents, they wouldn't let him go do some goofy movie where he's voicing a raccoon if they didn't think it was good.
Yeah.
And that's what I've said all along. And he's great in it. I mean, he's really good. Groot, he's awesome in it. He's really cool. He's got a lot of the heart. I mean, all he says is, I am Groot through the whole movie. Vin Diesel's got the easiest job ever in Hollywood.
I wonder how much he was paid for that one.
I wonder how much he was paid, because he does make it work with different, you know, the way he says it and dictation, kind of like Chewie, where you don't know what he's saying, but you know what Chewbacca's saying. That's kind of like how Groot is, and they answer him and everything. But it's like large-scale sci-fi epic, and it's going to get lots of comparisons to Star Wars, which it should. It does remind me a lot of that first Star Wars, but only if, like, Han Solo were to ditch Luke and Obi-Wan and, like, hang out with the bad guys at the cantina. He never helped them out, because it is about the villains who kind of decide, hey, we want to be good guys, we want to be heroes, we don't want to be losers anymore. And it really does make for a cool story. Now, I know everyone loves the Avengers, but sometimes you find out, and you can admit this, sometimes the other guys are they're the more interesting ones.
Yeah, no, I will admit to that.
They really are, and no one knew about them, so everyone was interested. They created this big buzz all through the year, people like me saying, keep your eye on this. Keep your eye on this. This could be really something special. I know it's a tree and a raccoon, but trust me, it could be really cool, and it just totally works on screen. I think it will do really well today. I know some people are predicting 65, million for this. I think it's going to be higher when they announce these numbers today. I really do think it could be. And they could rule August because there's not a whole lot left. I mean, they really could be the big number, out there for the whole month of August. And the other thing is the reviews have just been over the moon. It's not just me. Everyone has liked it. When you see it sitting above 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, you know they've done something right. I mean, that's the go-to website out there.
All right. Now, I didn't get a chance to preview this one with you. So for somebody like me who's not a giant comic book nerd, because, I mean, let's face it, you have a love affair with sci-fi. Would I enjoy it?
You would absolutely enjoy it. And I even wrote it in my review on CW44.com. This is an enjoyable movie, not just for comic book readers. This is everyone. It has a Ghostbusters type feel to it.
Fun.
It's not Ghostbusters where they're chasing ghosts, and obviously Men in Black kind of copies Ghostbusters, so that it'll get the comparisons there. But the way it balances the comedy, balances the heart, balances the action, and it's the raciest Marvel movie you've seen. They make jokes in here where I'm just like, man, they're pushing the limits a little bit with certain jokes. I mean, I love it because that's the whole point of the Guardians, is they're a quirky team and they're out there. They're like the misfits. But yeah, they really push the limits, and I applaud them for doing that. You should do it. And they've already announced a sequel. They kind of knew tracking-wise that they had something good. And like I said, the fact that they were like, hey, we're going to put this movie out, and you guys are going to go see it because they all connect. I said this too. They all connect. It's almost like if you miss one, you're missing part of the story. But I will say this one is its own separate story out in space. None of the other Avengers show up. There's not a lot of crossover. This is a whole brand new story. And I will say this about it. it's kind of the most complete Marvel movie that it has laughs, it has action, it has heart, it has good sci-fi. It really is a complete film. I got to say it. I absolutely loved it, and I think someone like you would just love it. And plus, Chris Pratt is going to be a mega star after this weekend because people just like him. He's just like every guy, goofy dude, and people just love him.
He is cute. So I guess this would be a great intro for people who are not necessarily comic book nerds then.
Yes, absolutely. You're still going to be able to enjoy it. It's not like there's like, okay, who's that guy? Who's this guy? They explain everything to you. Everything will be explained. You will like it. And you're just kind of supposed to get it like, okay, there's other worlds in space. It's just, there's a whole nother universe out there. Don't be so arrogant to think it's just us sitting on Earth. There's other worlds. Now, if you're not going to take my advice and go to Guardians, I'm going to tell you there's another good movie opening up this weekend, and that's Get On Up, the James Brown story. I went into this with low expectations, but Chadwick Boseman, he played Jackie Robinson, now he's playing James Brown. I mean, this is the go-to African-American actor out there. Look out, Denzel Washington. This guy's going to play Martin Luther King next. What's he going to do?
Man.
I mean, but he's good in it, and one thing they get right is Jersey Boys, I told you, just so boring.
Yeah.
Just so boring. Man, they get into it, James Brown, that he was a wife beater. I mean, this is not a good dude. The Godfather of Soul was not a nice guy. Wife beaters, drug abuse, shooting up a store because someone used his private toilet, and just how he just harped on his bandmates. And it's really good. Dan Aykroyd's in it. He plays a supporting role. Best thing I've seen Dan Aykroyd in years. And I know some people get hard on Dan Aykroyd and give him a hard time that he's not a great actor. Whatever you want to say about him, he's really good in this movie. So is Chadwick Boseman. I would totally recommend Get On Up if you're not going to go see Guardians or you're a big fan of James Brown. But I will say this, I love this movie, but I'm not sure how much I like James Brown after this movie. He's not the nicest guy in the world.
All right, you can check out TM's reviews online at cw44.com. And for those people who say Dan Aykroyd is not a good actor, 3 words for you, gross point blank. We will be back with more 44 on the Town.
Entertainment Now with TM Powell, brought to you by Emerald City Comics.
Just as I predicted a year ago, Guardians of the Galaxy is dominating the box office. And if you want to pick up some Guardians of the Galaxy merchandise, stop by Emerald City Comics. They've got trade paperbacks, classic comics, action figures, and much more. And on August 9th, they're going to have Groot's Treasure Hunt, where you'll find stickers placed all around the store where you can find Guardian treasures. You'll also be able to meet your favorite characters from Guardians of the Galaxy here at Emerald City Comics.
Comics, toys, games, artwork. Emerald City has everything a collector is looking for in a neat and organized atmosphere. Come see the pop culture explosion at the gigantic Emerald City Comics Superstore. They're open till 6 and Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.